Welcome everyone to CDO's magazine series of one-on-one interviews with CDOs, data leaders, and key influencers. I'm your host, Robert Lutton, Vice President of Sandhill Consultants, and I'm coming to you today from Toronto, Canada, working with the CDO magazine. Today, I have the pleasure of introducing Jignesh Patel, who is the Director of Product Strategy and Customer MDM at Stibo Systems. Jignesh is joining us from the UK. Welcome, Jignesh.
Great to be here, Robert.
It's a pleasure to have us. And we sometimes like to start with an introduction of how people got to where they are. And I noticed that you've got a strong background in marketing and you've been working with Stibo Systems for about the past 7 years. I wonder if you might give our audience a little bit of background on your journey to Stibo Systems.
Absolutely, Robert. So, as you mentioned, my kind of background started in sales and marketing, primarily with Oracle, actually. Within their partner team, really focused on their project management software at the time. And then I made a transition into product management, and I haven't looked back since. And for me, product management, one of the great facets of product management, it's multifaceted. So I, engage with our sales teams, engage with our services teams here at Stibo Systems, as well as driving the strategy and vision for our customer and supplier MDM offerings. So essentially, background is about 15 years as a product management professional. That's kind of where I hit my own, really focusing on data management, data quality, and master data management, and really having a passion for really enabling organizations to get value from arguably their greatest asset, which is their data.
We want to be able to tap into your knowledge of how to trap that value of data and to bring it to the forefront of business critical information, fueling smarter business decision-making capabilities, operational agility, and the ability to create tangible business value, which you just talked about. However, the growing complexity of the data landscape presents significant challenges such as fragmented data sources, data quality issues, and regulatory compliance, which are hurdles that organizations must navigate in order to derive true value. There's also the choice between on-premise and cloud MDM solutions that further adds to this complexity and challenging businesses to establish a unified, scalable, and secure data environment. And despite these imbalances, many organizations are still struggling with a fundamental question: how can we maximize the value of our data assets while ensuring security and scalability? And in the era where data is a strategic enabler, affecting data management is more essential than ever. And a Blue Journal conversation will explore the evolving challenges of managing master data management and achieving that single source of truth. We'll also discuss how cloud-based MDM can boost scalability, efficiency, and flexibility. And finally, we'll address how Stibo Systems is driving innovation, enabling businesses to unlock the full potential of their data. So with that, let's go ahead and dive in. Does that sound good?
Absolutely.
Excellent. Okay, so let's get the first question up for our audience. Why do you believe master data management is crucial for achieving operational efficiency, and how can cloud-based MDM solutions accelerate that?
Absolutely. And when we think about the value of MDM, operational efficiency is certainly right up there. I actually like to kind of take a step back here and think about these value drivers when it comes to master data management across 3 overarching categories. So we have the first, which is relevant to your question, improving the business. This is all about operational efficiency, optimizing end-to-end processes. Then we have growing or transforming the business. Here we typically see things like driving revenue growth through upsell and improved cross-sell, increasing wallet share, transforming the customer experience, the success of digitalization initiatives or AI strategies. And then we had the third category, which is around protecting the business. And this is really about adhering to regulatory compliance mandates and reducing risks. So really the need to reduce legal, reputational, and financial risk at all costs. But drilling down into the problem here, and well, we start with the age-old adage of disparate siloed systems, because disparate siloed systems are being used to hold, manage, create, maintain master data across the enterprise. As a result, master data is fragmented, it's inconsistent, it's inaccurate, and it's duplicated. And the far-reaching detrimental impact to the strategic initiatives of the enterprise is critical. So let's not forget that the business system, strategic initiatives and associated business processes, the very lifeblood of these processes is trustworthy master data. So the solution to the problem is to create and govern that elusive single version of the truth. So that kind of set the scene when we talk about problem solution at a very high level. It's kind of MDM 101. But when we drill into operational efficiency as a value stream in mind, fundamentally, it's about optimizing end-to-end processes. It's about improving efficiency and reducing cost. And we often find that when we think about operational efficiency, there's some specific examples that really spring to mind here. So here we could be talking about optimizing end-to-end processes such as order to cash and procure to pay. So here, faster customer and supplier onboarding and service. It could be about accelerating new product introduction, reducing data management cost and spend. It could be about improving visibility and understanding across the end-to-end supply chain. And then we have the logistical elements of reducing billing, shipping, and invoicing errors. But these are some concrete examples of derived value with operational efficiency in mind. But fundamentally, it's about the need to fuel your enterprise with trustworthy master data.
If that hasn't been a call sign for why organizations should not be using master data management, I don't know what is. Very eloquently spoken, Jignesh. I appreciate that update. And we'll certainly go through some of the success stories as we start to go through some of these additional questions in our interview. From your perspective, I loved how you just, encapsulated why organizations need master data management solutions. But from your perspective, could you elaborate as to what role master data management plays in enhancing data quality for supporting such initiatives as AI within an organization?
Absolutely. And what's particularly interesting here, and you said it in your introduction, really, when you talked about AI is leading to this renaissance of MDM and the need for trustworthy data. And that couldn't be more true when we think about AI success. So we've got this, I like to think of it as AI being kind of the next wave of digital transformation. And we say that because this is not a new journey when we think digital transformation. Organizations have been looking at this from a e-commerce powered transformation wave, if you will, moving to mobile powered transformation, and then a wider SaaS-based transformation. And AI is the next wave, if you will. But what's really clear across the concept of the AI wave we're currently on, all those previous waves we've been through when it comes to digital transformation, is that data, quality, trustworthy data, data governance, master data management, it actually sits at the heart of these transformations. MDM is the foundation for that transformation. So a great quote that I like to talk to when we think about AI is that bad data quality is enemy number one to the profitable widespread use of AI and machine learning. So what that tells us really is if the data used to train an AI model is inaccurate, if it's incomplete, if it's inconsistent, the model's predictions and decisions will also be inaccurate and incomplete.
True.
Trustworthy data results in AI systems being able to make more accurate predictions, provide relevant recommendations, and effectively automate process. So AI machine learning, there's, this furor in the market around it, especially in the last, 12 to 24 months, and rightly so. There's so much possibility. But what's crucial when we think about data management is the impact and the importance that trustworthy data is going to play in the successful widespread use of AI and machine learning.
It's good to hear how, AI initiatives are being assisted with quality data for master data management. I wonder if you might be able to share some examples of how master data management has driven improved customer experiences, enabling business agility in organizations.
Absolutely. Our customer experience kind of sits right at the top of the agenda when we think about what organizations realize when it comes to transforming the customer experience and why that's so important. And I like to think back, why. We are in the age of the customer, and by that, a customer today has the power to shape the success of an organization at alarming speeds. So gone are the days where buying decisions were made based on, you could say, price or even product quality. Customer experience is carrying And success in this age of the customer is, I would say, dictated by transforming the customer experience. So we need to think about what we mean by that. When we think about customer experience, simple definition is it is the customer's perceptions or related feelings that are caused by interacting with an organization. So that could be its products, its services, its staff, its channels to market. And as I say, success is dictated by transforming the experience. And what's required for that? Well, fundamentally, if we look at the core, it is a complete view of the customer. We need to aggregate data across the various touch points during the customer journey, aka create this rounded 360-degree view, which you spoke about earlier. Now, creating that 360-degree view is only possible by collecting and curating the right data at the right time. And MDM sits at the heart of this strategy. MDM actually enables you to not only create a trusted single version of the truth, so you don't have 7 versions of Jignesh when you think about creating that one version of the truth.
Right.
But equally, what's really interesting is what we've found is that by having this single version of the truth, you actually have a linchpin to connect all of the data that is required for that 360-degree view, which is required for the optimal customer experience. So in terms of transforming the customer experience, master data management, data quality, it sits at the foundation. It's not possible unless you have a trusted data management foundation in place.
And I love the fact that, and I totally agree with you that we are in the age of the customer, and it's all about customer experience, how we can service our customer better. One of the areas that, we kind of need to pursue from a financial flexibility point of view is, how does Stibo Systems, or how should organizations perhaps balance the need for financial flexibility while making strategic decisions between cloud-based and on-premise MDM solutions? Any thoughts on that?
Absolutely. So we've seen definitely a shift, and it's aligned with general kind of IT strategy, which is dominated, I would say, by moving to SaaS. So it's fair to say that if we take MDM aside here and come back to that a second, organizations are looking for, or at least have been on this journey to move to SaaS-based technologies because of the value it brings. And we see the same when it comes to our MDM software. So we have a fully enabled SaaS technology stack to meet the needs of the customers. And those traditional factors that you kind of touched on when we think about cost, for example, subscription-based pricing allows businesses, which is synonymous with a SaaS model, to spread cost over time and scale expenses according to usage. On-premise, no longer requiring to invest significant funds up front, not having to worry about hardware cost. It is a de facto expectation that we as an MDM vendor adhere to. So bleeds into extending the lower total cost of ownership, reducing IT burden. And to the flip side, what we've seen is faster deployment expectations. There's accelerated expectations with being a SaaS vendor. That is just part and parcel of being in the space, and which is what we see here at Stibo Systems. But SaaS first, definitely what we're seeing, both in terms of what our customers expect, but also what their IT strategy and vision leads to.
And it's good to hear that you are seeing the general populace and the organizations moving to cloud-based solutions rather than on-premise. But the fact that you support both, and the fact that you can transition organizations to them. So many thanks. And I think for our listeners, if you're on that journey and you're obviously looking at SaaS versus on-premise, do make sure you reach out to Ganesh and the folks at Stibo Systems. And on behalf of the CDM Magazine, we really appreciate the time you've provided to us. And we certainly hope that we can have you back again and talk about your knowledge and experience in the various aspects of multi-domain master data management. Jignesh, thank you very much indeed.
Absolutely. Absolute pleasure, Rob. Thank you.
And for our listeners, please visit cdmagazine.tech for additional interviews. Thank you.